Hi guys, John here with RealTruck.com. I'm going to show you how to install these Atomic Polypro seat covers from Pro Seat. These seat covers are the Atomic Polypro. They're gray with black inserts. They have a water-resistant material, plus even with the water-resistant material, they still maintain a nice, soft, comfortable feel. We have a front and a rear set, and we're going to go ahead and install these onto this 2004 GMC. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the back, and I'll show you how to do that. First thing that we want to do with any seat cover installation, when you have adjustable headrests like what's on this truck, we want to go ahead and get these headrests off of here. Now the way we go about doing this is that sometimes there'll be a little button on one side down here on the bottom, and then you'll have a pinhole on the other side. This one in particular doesn't have a button, it just has two pinholes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our punch, and we're just going to stick it in the hole and push a little bit and raise up on the side, and then do the same thing on the other side, and that'll allow the headrest to release. Now that we've got our cover for the seat back, we'll go ahead and get this put on here. But if you'll notice on this particular seat cover, this one has a Velcro system on it, which makes it a lot easier and quicker for us to get these things onto these seats. And it also allows us to pull it a little tighter and secure it so we have a nice, more custom look to it when we're done. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and stretch this out over the back here. We're just going to tuck the material down in the back, and then once we get this all lined up and in place where we want it, then we'll go ahead and secure that back there. So in order to give you guys a better look at what I'm doing exactly in here, I've gone ahead and put on a pair of Google Glass. So I've got a little camera right here on the side of my face, right by my eyes, so that way you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm seeing when I'm looking at this and talking about some of these holes and pinholes and things. So now that we've got our seat cover on our seat back, and we've got it tucked down and behind and down in the front, what we're going to go ahead and do now is release this seat so that way we can get it stretched out and hooked and locked into place where it needs to go. Okay, as you can see, we've got the seat bibs are hanging down right here where they should be, and everything seems to be pulled down and around. We want to make sure that our Velcro isn't sticking to anything it's not supposed to be sticking to. So what we'll do then is we'll go ahead and we'll just kind of brush this out from the center to the outsides, and take our bibs and go ahead and tuck them down into our seat. We'll go ahead and take that Velcro, and we want to pull this kind of snug. We'll take the Velcro strap and we'll hook it to the back on both sides. As you can see right here is the Velcro. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and push that around. And we'll just kind of pull it so that it's kind of snug. And then we'll go ahead and Velcro that to the back of the seat, to the seat carpet. And that'll allow that to maintain a nice snug fit. So once we've got that all in place, then we'll go ahead and we'll raise this bottom back up. And now as you can see down here on the bottom, we have the bib that we just pushed down on the front of our seat hanging down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a hold of the part from the back of the seat, which is really kind of hard for you to see up in here, but that's where the hook and loop part of our Velcro is. So we'll go ahead and we'll push this up under, and we'll just Velcro those together. And that way, it'll keep our seat cover nice and snug and in place where it's supposed to stay. And there you go. That's how quick and easy it is to put the cover on the back of our seat. So now what we're going to do, since we've got this on and this is looking pretty darn good, we're going to go ahead and get the bottom and get that installed on here. We've got our bottom section. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start working it on here. And the bottom has the same Velcro styling as the top, so everything just Velcros together, which makes it really nice and makes for a really easy installation. Okay, once we get it more or less in place where we want it, go ahead and start tucking it down into the seat. Now, it's important to not forget our seat belts. Make sure we get those up and on the top here. And then we'll go ahead and pull our seat bibs around. And what we want to do is we want to kind of pull them so that they're fairly snug. And then go ahead and just Velcro it right to the bottom of the factory seat. And then we'll do the same thing on the sides. And then we'll go ahead and do the top part. And you want to start from the middle and you work your way out to the sides when you do this, because that'll help to get the cover evenly stretched out across the seat. Now, when you get done with this part, if you let it down and it's not quite right or has some wrinkles or something in it, then you can go ahead and loosen this Velcro back up. It's really simple, and just re-stretch it again, which is a really nice feature of these covers. That allows you to do that pretty simply. And you can see a little bit of this wrinkling is not a real major deal, because as this seat cover sets on here, it will settle. And then one of the nice things about the fact that it's Velcro is you can loosen the Velcro and retighten and re-snug it if you need to. Now we're going to go ahead and put our covers on our headrest. And it's a really pretty simple process. You're looking at, this has an elastic band on it, and basically you're just looking at slipping it on, just kind of like you would, a shoe cover or something like that. So what you want to do is just go ahead and pull on one end, and then grab a hold of your cover and your headrest. Now, these are a little more difficult to get on because they got to stretch over your headrest. So you might have to crunch the headrest a little bit in order to get these on, but that's okay. After they're on, the headrest will fill back out to its normal shape and size. We've got our covers on our headrest, so we're going to go ahead and reinstall those onto our seat back. Now, if you remember, we had to flip the seat up in order to get them out, so in like fashion, we'll have to do the same thing in order to put them back. And it's just a matter of simply sticking them down into the holes and sliding them in. We've got our back seat all finished, so we're going to go ahead and move up here and get these front ones installed. But just like the back, the first thing we got to do is get these headrests off. So we're going to go ahead and lift these up. And just like the back ones, we have those little holes that we have to stick something into here to release the headrest and pull them out just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take that other one off the other side here real quick, and then we'll come back and show you how to put this cover on. Now, don't forget and put your seat belt underneath your cover when you can get it all installed and have to open it all back up to take that off. And then just like on the back, we'll slide these around our mechanisms for our headrest. All right, so once we got that on, then we're going to go ahead and zip this back together. Now, this might require a little tugging and pulling because, once again, these seat covers are designed to be snug on the seat. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move this around and get it in place where we want it. Let's get this front bib tucked in underneath the seat. Once we got that down there, then we want to go ahead and get under here, work this around, get it all in place. And once we got that where we want it, we can go ahead and pull it up here really nice and tight and attach this rear bib to it. And then what we'll do is we'll tip this seat back and we'll attach this side one where we can get in here a little bit easier because of our center console. Okay, so that's our seat back. So we're going to go ahead and get the bottom and put the bottom on here. And then we'll show you how to do the arm and headrest. So what we'll do is we'll take our seat bottom and we'll put it on there. We'll go ahead and feed this stuff through the bottom of the seat along with our seat bottom bib. And go ahead and pull this around. Make sure that you tuck everything around your seat belt latching mechanism. And go ahead and pull your seat cover down over your seat. Once you got it in place, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take these straps and we'll feed these underneath the seat. There's buckles here on the front of the seat cover, and what we're going to do is we're just going to run them through there just like we would like if we were lacing up a bicycle helmet or something like that. Now on this side, on this seat, you have your bar down here that releases your seat for sliding it back and forth. Make sure that you don't put these over the top of your bar. You want to go underneath the bar and around it and then bring it up and through to attach it to your mechanism here. And then just snug it down. And what that does is that pulls the seat cover nice and snug, holds the front to the back, keeps it nice and in place so it doesn't slide around. And then we'll go ahead and do the other side. All right, what we want to do is we want to make sure when we put this bottom seat cover on that this loop is on the side that your door is on, because what we're going to want to do is tuck this up underneath the seat And then we'll take one of our S hooks and we'll attach it to the end of that loop and hook it up underneath the seat. And likewise, what we're going to do is we're going to take these loops, you'll find one of these on the other side of the cover as well. And what you guys have to do is you have to kind of use your own judgment on where to run these through, because what you want to do is you're going to pull them around, but you want to make sure that they get underneath everything and out of the way. So you kind of got to find a spot through here on the sides of your seat where they're not in the way of something and that you can actually pull them through. Okay, and then once you've got them, got both ends of them, then you can go ahead and take that S hook and hook it together. Hook it on the loop. Find yourself a spot up underneath your seat here someplace where you can hook it to. On most seats there's some metal bars that run lengthwise across the bottom of the seat in this direction, and you can go ahead and hook it up underneath there and on one of those, and that gives you a nice tight snug fit on your seat cover, keeps everything in place. The armrest basically cover goes on basically the same way as your headrest cover. You have the elastic band, kind of looks like a shoe for Shaquille O'Neal or something here, but what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll slide the end of it right over the armrest, pull it down on, and then we'll take the back where the elastic is, we'll fit that over the end, and there you go. We're going to go ahead and do the headrest and put it on here, and that'll complete this seat. And we'll go ahead and do the driver's side. It's exactly the same as this side, and we'll show you what this looks like when it's all done. We've got our seat covers all on, our headrest covers, our armrest covers. Got it all done. As you can see, these are really nice, give it a nice custom look to it. And one of the best things about these seat covers is that as easily as they went on, you can take them off, throw them in the washer, clean them up, put them back on your truck, and you're good to go again.